So I was thinking about Brianna Greyjoy in the shower today.
I love how we just called her Greyjoy.
Everyone knows who I'm talking about.
I know. That's why we can get away with it. Brianna, just remember, Brianna, what is dead may never die.
What is dead may never die. So,
surrender yourself to the great sea god.
I was thinking about her in the shower this morning. Go figure.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how she feels about Tucker Carlson and how
you should flip this. You flipped since your mom.
And how she thinks basically that he's like this quiet racist. So then I was contemplating the whole concept of quiet racism and how it's like,
not to mention the OWN, orderly white nationalism.
right, very much tied together. Basically how a large part of the country is trying to vilify people essentially for thoughts. It's thought crime. Because this isn't, Tucker Carlson isn't doing anything racist. He's doing his job. He's not even saying any explicit racist comments, but they're assuming that the base, the thoughts, they're assuming that he's thinking racist thoughts and that he needs to be punished for it. Okay?
Just the fact that he tries to get Republicans elected is racist, Deidre.
No, it's not.
Right?
No, it's not. Because that's what politicians do and political commentators do. They try to get politicians elected on either side. So you cannot say that alone is racist. And you can call Republicans racist, but unfortunately just being racist is not illegal in this country. Discriminating on the basis of race, taking your racist views and putting them into action, that is racist. And if you could find that happening,
gas is down.
that's awesome. Let's hope it continues to move in that direction. But if you can find evidence of there being racist action in legislature and policy anywhere, you can get rid of it. That is what the law says. So that is what we should focus on.
Just so no one tries to clip chimp you. If you could briefly clarify that you didn't mean what you said earlier, literally, about it being unfortunate that racism is illegal in this country.
What?
You said, unfortunately, racism is legal in this country.
So?
Did you mean that literally? Like, you think it's unfortunate that racism is legal?
I think it's, I think it's unfortunate that people are racist.
Obviously, that's not the question.
But I don't think that thought crime should be illegal, if that's what you're asking me.
Okay, just checking. I mean, that's what I assumed, but I just didn't think it would be a problem for you to clarify that for the audience.
Yeah, it's... I think it's unfortunate that we're in a situation where we have to, really pick apart whether or not someone's being racist or words and actions. Sometimes that's difficult, you know what I mean, to draw that line, and I find that to be unfortunate. But other than that, no, I don't think it's unfortunate that someone is allowed to have controversial views or anything like that. But yeah, I find it unfortunate that sometimes it's hard to figure out where the thoughts stop and the actions start. But it's not so difficult to where it's impossible or anything like that.
I hear what you're saying.
But anyway, so like I was saying, It's not illegal to be racist in this country. It's just illegal to take those thoughts and put them into action. You're not allowed to make policies based on racism. You're not allowed to make legislature based on racism. But you are allowed to be racist. So it will be you're never going to get, I can only hope that you're never going to get thought crime to be illegal in this country. I can only hope that. So stop. The only thing I can say is stop trying to fight for that, because that's not actually what you want. No one really wants that. No one wants there to be a limit on free speech. No one, even though people might say that, they don't actually want that, in my opinion. If you think about it for 2 seconds, you will realize that is not the way to go, because it makes most of our living experiences super insignificant. It just takes away most of the significance of living if you cannot just speak your mind freely. So
I would say people are only capable of wanting that to the degree that they're suicidal. Unfortunately, lots of leftists are very suicidal.
yeah, well, the first thing that people think when they commit suicide is they wish they So I don't. My stance still stands. No one actually, if you clear away all the trauma and all the bullshit, no one wants this.
If you start with the premise that no one wants to commit suicide, which I think is probably true.
Yes.
Then yes, you're just objectively correct. Yeah.
All right. So I just need them to realize what they're doing. What they're doing is trying to punish someone, or at least they're accusing someone of thought crime. You are accusing Tucker Carlson of thought crime when you say he's
not
being
just accusing, but demanding that he be prosecuted for it.
Yeah, when you say that he's being covertly racist. That is what you're doing. Read 1984, please. I know you probably already have Brianna Greyjoy. I hope you have already. But I need her to realize that that's what she's doing.
Yeah, I wonder how she would possibly argue that that's not what she's doing. It would be interesting to hear that. I don't know. She's obviously doing that.
So we have to get away from this they're thinking bad things idea. Okay? Or what are they doing? That's what we need to focus on. What are they doing? And talking, we have free speech. There's free speech in this country. So, he's saying bad things. Nope. That's allowed. Actually, that's allowed.
Oh, bad? So not illegal? By bad, you mean it wasn't illegal?
So, move on. Next.
Yeah.
What are his actions? More actions other than saying things you don't like. What has he done? Okay?
Oh, wait. He just disagrees with you so much that you hate him to death? Oh, that's not a good look, fam.
It's not. It's not. So either your response to that, either you can tell me something he has done other than saying bad things or saying things you do not like. Either you can tell me he has done some shit other than saying things you do not like, or you can tell me you think he needs to be persecuted for saying things you don't like. You think that we need to have laws?
Right. But you need to answer that question. Do you or do you not want Tucker Carlson prosecuted for thought crime? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, you need to vote for Republicans until Democrats stop openly supporting the prosecution of thought crime.
So those are my shower thoughts for today.
No.
I thought they were pretty good.
I thought they were off the chain. So happy we had 30 frames that whole time. Or I wasn't watching it the whole time.
No,
I presume we had 30 the whole time.
I think we did, yeah. Now what?
Go to your texts.
Okay.
Take it out the thing, go to your texts. Better than that one. So, but they're both worth watching no matter which order you see them in. So,
Okay. My time.
we could set up a 2-on-2 debate with Sitch and Adam. That would be lit.
Oh, wow, I thought you said you agreed with him about everything.
95%. They're pro-choice, and we're pro-life.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I would need to hear everything they've said about it first.
That's literally what you're doing right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But you're doing it in unchronological order, so you might want to start with the other video. I'm still allowed to say the R word, YouTube?
Probably not.
Fuck you. How about
If
that?
you can't say abuser, almost certainly can't say the R word.
I'm going to retardedly abuse the ever-loving fuck out of YouTube. How about that?
LOL.
Start by reclaiming totally ordinary, perfectly normal words first.
Just a second.
Hi, Destiny. One must cheaply. One must cheaply cheap.
One must cheaply cheapest.
One must. One fairly, and indeedeth must. Must like a must.
Come around me, Tay.
Watch him get Twitter for like half the price.
Because of the bots.
Because they fucking lied their asses off, yes. But what else is new?
That'd be wonderful.
Desune.
Give me half my money back, bro.
Yeah, right? Give me my $22 billion. LOL. I think Elon did probably say how
It
much.
was a ridiculous amount.
It was something.
Way
It
more
was like
than-
40% or something.
Oh my god. They said like 5.
They literally said 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Elon put out a tweet where he invited all Twitter users to do their own.
Of the @Twitter account?
Yeah, that's just the data pool that he chose to use because, he explained that account and that sample size were selected based on matching the methodology used by Twitter to quote unquote determine that the site had 5% or less bots.
Oh, so Twitter said they took a sample of their own followers and found 5% less bot or 5% or less bots.
I believe that's how he explained it. Yes.
And then he was like, okay, I'll take it from the same place.
Yeah, I'll take.
And
the
his thing
exact
found
same-
40%.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so, bitch.
No. So now Elon's like, everybody else, go take.
$44 billion offer was conditional on the Twitter's SEC filings being accurate.
Yeah.
LOL. Has our thingy expired?
I guess so. Waiting for gate.
Oh.
It's probably waiting for that guy to
Probably
go through.
because it triggered that person first. Yep.
Please pull forward. Yeah.
Yeah. They have to have a delay when it's two people that rate one after each other.
Totally makes sense. You can't have two people trying to drive into that one at the same time.
Yeah. It's just so funny because you have people like racing the last few feet to try to get to the scanner first.
Like it really is gonna hold you up that much more to wait because you go
Yeah,
behind the guy.
yeah.
I can't stand humans.
I know. We're terrible.
Yeah.
Such a chimp.
Okay, back to us because that's cute.
Destiny.
Anyway,
So much adorable. All the adorable.
yeah, I just wish I didn't look like a fat lard. Guys, I'm not a fat lard. Okay, look. See, I's not fat. Okay, I was a little overweight, but oh my god, do I look way bigger than I am from the shoulders and boob up.
It's really, especially on camera.
Yes, camera adds 10 pounds. That shit is fucked up. I need to get all of this taken care of because can't tell that I can see you can see my belly,
Yeah, you gotta get the fucking shape, dog.
bro. I'm never getting rid of my boobies though.
Destiny.
Swear to God.
Yeah, well, when you're in shape, you still have big boobs, Deidre. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. Just saying.
But I know what you mean.
I like how big they are.
I like how big they are too. But there's an ideal bigness because
I know they're a little
yeah,
bigger than ideal,
Yeah, if they get too big, then they get too soft. You know, you have to have enough tension.
and they don't look right in my clothing. That's what I care about.
Also naked, they don't always.
Yeah, that too, especially that.
Especially. Well, softcore porn, yay.
Yay. See, no clothes taken off.
That's it.
So, get at me, YouTube.
LOL. Oh, what we did is not even close to banned.
Yeah, I know. All I did was show my stomach in my t-shirt.
LOL. No, I meant like what we said.
Oh.
Obviously, what you did is not banned.
Anyway.
Showing yourself on camera wearing clothing. LOL.
What a thing. Ultimate 1984.
Unironically.
Yeah.
Do you have a license to show your midriff on camera with your clothing on?
Okay. Let's see.
At least 3 years in a forced labor camp for that, Deidre.
Did you send me the tank?
I mean, okay.
Republicans are
And
evil.
mind you, this guy is a former right-wing Republican who has earlier in his life, and by that I mean when he was like 30 or 40,
Yeah.
he was doing shit like writing papers, like right-wing political / comedy papers on the internet, on his blog or whatever, back before he was famous or rich or anything, about how frustrated he was living in Miami and only getting to fuck as many women as he did fuck and not more women, and how women don't want to have sex nearly often enough for the human race to be happy, and just an unending barrage of just the most.
That sounds like Fortune incel shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's who this man is, okay? So keep that in mind as you watch this fucking video.
Hate our democracy, they hate our rights, and the number one thing that right wingers want to do is lord power over us. And then they do that BS projection where they say, oh, the liberals just want to control your lives. We want you to get the hell out of our lives. We want you to get the hell out of our lives. We don't want you. We don't like you. We don't want your jackbooted thugs in the goddamn government controlling our bodies.
I just in the context of COVID, this is just so ironic. We don't want your jackboot thugs in the government. We want our jackboot thugs in the government. Can we just go back to the live and let live?
No. Cenk Uygur reacts to SCOTUS overturning Roe v.
Does Sitch never show his face?
Yep.
Oh, well.
Yep.
Wait.
Right.
I was just gonna feel a little
Pause.
weird because we're both pro.
Oh yeah.
We have to clean Desu.
Yeah, clean Desu, clean TV. Y'all can watch the across the street.
Yeah. Dash cam, yo.
You don't need real food on Linux phone.
Say what?
You don't need actual food on its phone. Always saying you're waiting too long to eat.
Yeah. Well, I do need to start with
What
some
is
of
this, Trash?
Yeah, trash.
What?
Yes, you're right. I need real food before work. take out from Smoke Justice.
Okay, are we sharing a platter like last time? And getting an extra side.
And then later we can get some Kim Washington chili.
Right? Make yourself.
Or even if we feel
We
like
could be-
splurging.
Huh?
What?
If we feel like splurging, we should get a drink while we wait for our takeout order.
LOL. We could cheaply be bad and do that.
Destiny.
We could cheaply sit inside.
So we're gonna cheaply sit inside and then leave when our food is done. Let's tip.
Yeah.
Only have to tip like $1.
Place a to-go order and sit at the bar and have a drink.
We can literally place our to-go order while we're at the bar.
And we can each order our own drink. And share a sip.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
We can even not get an extra side to save money.
That would be extra. Because we can always eat more food from other places. So, and you don't really, their food at their main entrees are so good. You don't need much side. Like,
Can't we? Didn't you say you wanted to do green beans this time instead of collard greens?
did want to try it, but if you prefer the collard greens, that wouldn't hurt me. The green beans just looked really good when they served it to us.
They look super similar to the collard greens, so I really don't mind. I just need a green
Yeah.
with the mac and cheese and the meat cube.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
No.
Gotta have green.
Ooh, and I want extra cornbread. I can't imagine that's very expensive.
You can have all the cornbread. But we still need buns.
Yeah.
At least 3.
I think we should get because they have big buns and slider buns.
Slider
I think we
buns?
should get some of both.
Okay.
So like each get a big bun and then also get like 4 slider buns.
Okay. It might be too much bread.
I don't think it'll be too much bread.
Okay.
If it's too much bread, I don't think I won't eat the bread.
Word it. I mean, I'll make myself a mac and cheese and collard and bacon green beans sandwich
If
with
you
my
do.
bread if I need to.
But like, if you be doing that to begin with, you know, like if you be putting a little skosh of that stuff on your sandwich.
I'm gonna eat it all together anyway.
Yeah, that's why I don't bother putting it on a sandwich, because like I'd just be poking a little bit of it into my mouth, like when I already have my mouth full of my
Yeah,
sandwich.
what's the point? So
Yeah.
like, I would just put my meat on my sandwich.
Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
But if I wanted to use the bread, I would just probably just take bites of the bread.
That's what I love about barbecue. It's so easy to eat. It's so simple. Just however you're gonna eat the miku, put some of that in your mouth, a lot of it, and then sides, whatever sides you have, follow it up with that. And then if you have any sort of dessert, when you're finished with your plate, eat your dessert. And you're good to go, fam.
Good to go, fam. Good to fucking go, fam.
Smoke justice. Smoke justice. Closed.
LOL.
They open at
11.
4 p.m. is when they open.
LOL.
45 minutes from now.
We'd have to kill half an hour.
That's ridiculous. Okay. We're going to Smoke Justice, and I'm going to make my chess moves until they open.
Fuck me, Tang.
Or I can pick a different place.
No, we already got our plan set for this
I know,
place.
yeah. And I just want you to focus on your job now.
Okay. One wishes they had something in their stomach.
That's understandable.
Whatever is fine, I've got something.
get a Coke and a large fry?
No. That's 500, 700. That's almost 1,000 calories. Oh my God, no.
Only costs $1.
Yeah. Fucking McDonald's.
I know.
Chipotle open. Of course they open.
Chipotle. If I was in Dayton right now, we'd go to Chipotle and eat.
Yeah, but we're not in Dayton.
Yep.
There isn't a Smoke Justice over there.
Yeah, they have their own barbecue places, but in Dayton, you don't fucking need a barbecue place because they have fucking brisket at Chipotle.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Uh-huh.
Fucking shit is delicious.
Christopher likes Chipotle just as much as I do when they have brisket.
Ugh, more.
Yeah. He sure does not mind when I want to go to Chipotle every day when they have brisket.
Christopher gets angry at Deidre for not wanting to go eat enough Chipotle.
when they have
in
brisket. Yeah.
But apparently, these people around in Kentucky and Cincinnati are just insane.
Either
and they don't eat. It's because they have so many barbecue places already.
Yeah. What does Chipotle need
Chipotle's
brisket
like, we
for?
can't cheaply compete.
It's not worth it for the price you see of the brisket for them.
Yeah, I guess they would just get out-competed in the brisket market because everybody's already buying their brisket elsewhere. But I just think it's a damn shame. That's what I think. I'll cheaply take my ass to Smoke Justice.
Cheaply. Are we getting brisket?
LOL. I think
We got brisket and chicken last time.
last time we got brisket and chicken.
And I'm mad I put the same ones on one thingy.
Oh,
I didn't want to mix it. So I'm
I
glad we
kind of want to try brisket and rib this time, but if you don't want to skip the chicken, I would understand.
Brisket and rib is just fine.
Cool. That's my ideal. So
Rib sandwich. Never had one.
mixed
Gonna
brisket
try.
and rib sandwich.
No, not mixing.
I enjoyed the mix.
You can't even taste them separately.
I mean, I could.
I couldn't.
Not the same exact way it would taste, but I could taste the different flavors individually to a significant degree on my palate.
Whatever. You do you, Brett. I'm not mixing.
Hi.
Not before I try each one individually
Choice?
first.
Yes, Jesse, yes.
And we're going to be laughing at someone.
I think I probably also want to try them individually, just because I know I love them both, so. But then that's also an argument in favor of mixing them.
Then mix them after you try them individually.
Uh-huh. I'll have like a slider of each one, and then a big sandwich of mix.
There you go.
Right.
I just gonna feel a little weird because we're both pro-choice, and we're gonna be laughing at someone who should be on our side, but I think is kind of ridiculous.
You did a funny thing there. You said
Yeah.
choice. Usually when people raise an octave on that last word, it denotes asking a question.
I see. I meant it in terms of. I didn't mean it that way. We're both pro-choice. I know that you're pro-choice.
Super strong.
You know that I'm
position
pro-choice.
there.
We've talked about this. We talked about this with Joe not that long ago. We talked about this in other streams. But we also both said that we don't. You said, I think, and I'm in the same boat. I don't have any sisters. I'm not afraid that I'm gonna need an abortion anytime soon.
Really.
So I guess I'm a little selfish here in that it's not a huge issue driving my motivation for anything one way or the other.
I mean, something could happen. There could be,
I guess.
a car accident could happen in front of your house, and a super hot girl could come up to the house and say,
Then I'll put on a
"Listen,
condom at him.
listen, I need to use your phone. I've been in a horrible
I need to use your
accident."
phone. And I also want to make sure I get an abortion before it gets outlawed. So let's get to it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't know.
That could happen. That's true. You're right. You know, tomorrow, I'm saying this, okay. My feelings on abortion could change on a day-to-day basis depending on how hot a random person appears to me that wants to, bang and get an aborted baby after that. Okay, my opinions could completely change. In a week from now, if I come out and you see me come on stream and wearing a pussy hat and I'm like, the Republicans, oh my God, they're taking all the rights away from women, you're going to know. Fitch must have bagged a hottie.
Something happened.
Something happened.
Something changed.
Yeah, something changed.
Okay. All right.
So that's possible. But as of now, I don't really. I'm in favor of I'm pro-choice. I think it's for the societal benefit, but I don't really have a strong opinion on it one way or the other.
I'm pro-freedom, and I feel like there's strong arguments being made that there are a lot of factors that go into getting an abortion, and I don't want to restrict that.
Right.
I don't want to restrict that to a one-size-fits-all policy that the government dispenses. But at the same time, I'm uncomfortable late-term abortion, all that kind of stuff. I don't believe life begins at conception.
Pause.
But I think life
Do you cheaply know where the babe is? Because I can't find it.
It's in my crotch. So why doesn't he think life begins at conception?
Well, maybe he's going to say. I don't know. I haven't actually watched this whole video.
These guys are almost worse than Crowder and his friends.
Yeah, but they're more similar to me.
Oh my God. I am so not gonna like it when you are I am not gonna like being around you with your friends. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Women usually don't.
Well, you already don't like being around me with my friends. You don't like Anthony, you don't like PJ, you don't like Justin.
Yeah. This is very true. Don't like any of those guys at all. I mean, Justin's okay, but I don't like him.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them are okay.
No, that's why I'm friends with them. That's
Anyway, can't stand men. Just saying, men suck. They're annoying. They're just annoying.
Luckily, men don't generally feel the same way about y'all, so
Yeah, huh?
that's how this shit keeps running.
It's not my fault. Y'all are annoying as hell.
Thinking I'm in the same boat. I don't have any sisters.
Hit or pass you.
go into getting an abortion, and I don't want to restrict that. I don't want to restrict that to a one-size-fits-all policy that the government dispenses. But at the same time, I'm uncomfortable late-term abortion and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe life begins at conception, but I think life begins at some point along that journey, and it's a lot like, I don't necessarily know if we can call 18-year-olds adults either, okay? But we pick 18 and we say, this is what we're doing and we're going to stick with it. 18, you're an adult. Right? We need to pick some place along the line between conception and birth and say, you can't go past this. This is when it's a baby, when we start calling it a baby, whatever.
Right.
Somewhere along the lines, they do start calling it a baby, right? They call it an embryo and then a fetus and then the baby, right?
Right.
You don't go in for your appointment 7 months in and they are still calling it the fetus. Maybe they do, I don't know, but...
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
It's a lot of word games to try to...
There is a lot of word games, but I think it's important.
No, it's not, actually. It's
Right.
actually
The
not.
important thing was the part you glossed over where you didn't explain why you believe that life doesn't begin at conception. That was the important part.
Yeah, and because you brought it up, and this will annoy CT because it's not related to the topic at all, whatever. So I almost got hit by a car the other day.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, why are we talking
Anyway,
about this?
Now, can you introduce this? Look, we're starting fresh, okay? We have to
We're
do
not
the
starting fresh.
entire
We're cutting
introduction.
back. CT has the ability. This is the point of non-linear editing, Adam. Okay.
We have the entire introduction to redo here. Let's
We're not
pretend-
redoing shit. What are you talking about? You've added like your cry about the side quest was longer than the side quest.
Bishop.
Anyway, let's get back to this.
All right, Cenk Uygur.
Cenk
Uygur.
Uygur.
I hate these
Crying
guys.
about
Oh my
what?
god. Oh my god.
12-hour streams, baby. This is the edited version.
We need to fire their editor.
I believe they edited it themselves.
They need to fire themselves.
LOL. 2-on-2 abortion debate, baby. Stitch and Adam. Let's go.
Turning Roe v. Wade and not getting hit by a car. That's it.
This is the old school clip. I don't know what any of that means, but all right, let's hear it.
There are 5 religious zealots on the Supreme Court, at a minimum. And they don't care about logic, principles, or ideology.
This is
Oh,
coming from a guy right now.
Is this full
And
volume?
we could ask, oh, can you define woman for us? And he would be like, oh, God, just keep that in mind when we're talking about logic and reason and evidence.
And it's also BS because I can bet you if Cenk was here, I'd say, okay, Cenk, what is the logic and reason behind the legality or the Roe v. Wade decision? What's the logic behind that? Do you think he knows the answer to that question?
no.
Do you
Hell
think he knows the
no.
legal argument made?
Hell no.
No, he doesn't.
He's jumping-
And I even know the answer. And he does not know.
He might. He's a political person. Possible.
That's the first time that I've agreed with these guys. I would bet a small amount of money that he does not know.
See, that's the small amount.
Right. Okay.
So that's my point.
Yeah, okay. It is his job to know.
Yeah.
So,
So there's a good possibility.
but I don't like him. So, yes. Alright, let's
you're A team right now. You're with Adam. Hell no. See, Stitch and Adam have little pet things kind of like you and I do. So Adam
And when they
has-
disagree?
Adam has A team and Stitch has S class.
A team in S class. Oh, well.
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
It's a meme.
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
You jump into conclusions here.
Yeah. Well,
And it's,
Oh,
go
pause.
ahead.
what was it say? And it's ridiculous.
Also, I'm not totally sure, but I'm pretty sure they don't believe in free will. So if
Oh my god.
I could verify that, then definitely I need to have a 2-on-2 debate about that also.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of I think even RGB was talking about this.
Oh, yes.
Is that
yes.
that and I think that's cited in I didn't get to that part in Alito's, or maybe I skimmed through it. Opinion is that a lot of
And before we would do that, I would just want to rewatch that one guy's video on free will.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know who I'm talking about?
I don't, but... Oh, you mean Jordan Peterson?
I think so. The one I really liked after we watched the one guy I really hated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Jordan Peterson. He's not the best on free will, but his position is almost identical to mine, except he's a believing Christian. But, yeah.
I'm not saying he's the best on free will. He's just got a stance that I know that I
Yes. That you could...
use.
Yeah, a defensible stance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just really easy for Sam Harris.
to say the words he said either. So
Well,
that's why Sam Harris sucks.
Yeah, that's why Sam Harris. That's one of the reasons Sam Harris sucks. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Best spot in the house, dog.
Yeah, dog.
Dizog.
Oh, and they're not even open. Gotta wait like 30 minutes. Shh.
Well, good thing we're at work.
Yeah.
having fun.
I need to plug my phone in.
Hakuna Matata, ladies and gentlemen.
It means no worries. Yamite, you fucker. Shit. Anyway,
Because you cheaply left me.
I guess it's fun seeing how I'm kind of Kide all the time.
Desune, told you. That's all you're supposed
You'd
to
be
do
like,
is live stream.
You'd be like, Kide. You'd be like, Yamite.
Uh-huh.
I'd really be like, Kide.
See, this is so good for your confidence. You see? Cheap, 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 cheap.
I can't wait till I stop feeling self-conscious in front of that goddamn thing.
Yep. Exposure therapy.
Oh yeah, I was plugging my phone in.
After like the 10th time that you forget it's there, trust me, it wears off.
I've yet to forget it's there.
Yeah, well, that's why. That is the reason, boys and girls, that if you want to have like a career as like a streamer or something like that, or anything similar, it's very important that you do something along the lines of just streaming yourself a lot, doing whatever, just to familiarize and make yourself more comfortable with being on camera. Even if it's literally to 0 viewers, you'll still feel very differently inside yourself.
Knowing you're being recorded for forever, ever.
And the fact that anyone
could start watching at any moment.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And they could be watching and they're just glitching you and not telling you.
Literally.
I swear to God, that'd be
frequently.
that'd be like me, because I'd be like, is 0 really 0?
Uh-huh. Is that 0 pregnant with any baby turkeys? I think that 0 is pregnant with turkey twins, Deidre.
I think so too, Christopher.
Because you're cheaply beautiful.
Cheap.
She's starting to learn. Yay.
Hi.
Hi. Arimas.
Adios. I'm also gonna take out my hair.
People, even pro-choice people, were saying that the legal argument or legal logic in the Roe v. Wade decision was pretty weak, and was always pretty weak. And RGB was.
Oh.
No, this is the fucking shit. You jump into conclusions here.
Yeah. Well,
And it's.
go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, and it's ridiculous because, a lot of, I think even RGB was talking about this.
Oh, yes.
Is that,
yes.
That, and I think that's cited in, I didn't get to that part in Alito's, or maybe I skimmed through it, opinion, is that a lot of people, even pro-choice people, were saying that the legal argument or legal logic in the Roe v. Wade decision was pretty weak. And
Cheap purple people, cheap. How do you get that? Because you're my wife.
it was always pretty weak.
Yeah.
Try more haters and losers.
I've watched a bunch of videos on this, and I mean, they've already convinced me that the logic is just super sus.
Yeah, right.
Not really. I mean, this thing is held together with paper clips. So,
For real.
Right.
yeah, not solid logic. Also, the whole idea that he's opening salvo is religious zealots. Listen, dude, you can't even define woman. What the fuck? You are in a cult, okay?
Yep.
If you cannot define a woman, if you hem and haw about defining a woman,
Human with boobs and vagina that can get pregnant. That has 2 X chromosomes.
Yeah, just the 2 X chromosomes takes care of it. Everything else
is irrelevant.
Everything else it comes from the 2 X chromosomes. So, more things you can literally name in 5 minutes comes from.
Also, if you don't have either an XX chromosome pair or an XY chromosome pair, if you have a genetic anomaly, an anomalous genetic makeup, you're neither male nor female.
Yeah, but I mean, that happens?
Yeah, that happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's quite rare.
What do those people look like?
Sometimes, yeah, they're fucked up. Yeah.
That's bad.
It's rare for a reason. Not how nature's supposed to work.
I want to watch a documentary on those people.
Oh my god, please stay on. Those people are not relevant right now.
Okay, Christopher.
you are in a religious cult. Wake up, Cenk.
Religious zealots on the Supreme Court, at a minimum. And they don't care about logic or principles or ideology or legal principles.
Wow. The slander.
I know. It's deep.
Wow. Like, wow.
I know. Oh no, that's not slander, Deidre. That's just his opinion.
It's fucking slander.
I know.
How is it not slander?
It's borderline, but it's not slander. I mean,
Yeah, it's just journalism.
it's just his opinion, but it's a very shit opinion.
With the platform he has, I
know.
would
Well,
say
luckily Jimmy
slander.
Dore has mostly destroyed his platform.
That's
so.
good. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Uh-huh. Suck it, Cenk.
Legal principles. Why does it say old school?
I don't know. I've said that in the beginning. Yeah.
What is old school? Is Cenk in? I mean, I think Cenk's always been an idiot, right? So is that what they mean?
In the old school?
Cenk? Well, I mean,
Oh,
new school
there you go.
Cenk is an idiot still, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure the difference is.
How do you feel about that American flag on the Chiron? Ugh.
I mean, I don't think Cenk deserves it.
I know. He's
Not because he's
anti-American as can be.
anti-American. Yeah. Well, this is so. I hate this kind of content. I hate this kind of dumb pundit commentary where he's like, they don't care about legal principle. Okay, well then tell us, Cenk. Tell us, Cenk, what is the legal principle that is being argued here? Okay, why is the legal principle that Alito laying out wrong? Why is the legal principle laid out by Roe v. Wade correct? Tell me what the argument is. Don't just tell me these vague general bullshit descriptors or
Right.
vague statements that I know you don't know the answer to.
They bad. That's the answer. They
Right.
bad. They religious
They-
zealots.
Right.
Look, this video's barely started, Sedge. Of course he's going to lay out the legal justification.
It's 5 minutes. He's not going to lay out anything except
Well,
for
you-
his own triggeredness.
You could lay it out in 5 minutes. Come on, let's give him a chance. He might lay it out.
You know what? You're right.
I mean, you might have watched it. I haven't seen this video.
Okay.
I'm just assuming he lays it out.
Okay. What do you chat? What do you think? What do you think?
It's a bad assumption.
He's joking, but yes.
He's going to spend 5 minutes laying out the legal argument, or you think he's going to spend 5 minutes trying to trigger the elephant of every pro-choice person watching this video?
All right, good. Let's figure it out. Ready?
swore up and down that the number one legal principle they cared most about was precedent. And they
Wait, we gotta go back. I don't know what the fuck he just said. He just gargled a bunch of marbles or something.
legal principles. They all swore up and down that the number one legal principle they cared most about was precedent. And they just overturned one of the largest precedents in American history. They don't care. They're just religious fundamentalists.
LOL.
So his argument,
You keep pausing on the
Is-
worst thing. You think I want to look at Cenk's tongue?
That's why not.
There's fucking no way.
My pause game is on point.
Jake's tongue makes. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. Fucking, what are you doing?
I see. Look, now he's coming down to give you some kissy.
Oh fuck, back it up again. Look at that, bitch.
Now he's looking at you to give him kissy.
That's it.
You can't win.
We have to shrink this down. We have to. This thing needs to be the size of a postage stamp.
I was just like, I just can't look.
I'm
at
too
Jen's
triggered.
face.
I can't do it. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I forgot. Oh no. So his
Precedent.
So his argument is that, well, the conservatives always complain about precedent, and now they're overturning precedent, therefore they don't care about precedent. Is that a fair argument?
No.
I don't think so. I think it's a dumb fuck argument.
Yes.
Is this too small? Did I make Jake's face too small for
Oh my God, that is the worst argument ever. Obviously, they care about the precedent that Roe versus Wade has set. They don't like that precedent, so they're overturning it to set a new precedent. Duh.
Yeah.
Right? Duh. Yes.
Yeah, but Jank is complaining that they don't care about like the principle of following precedent.
No, but that's no. But he said that they cared about the principle of precedent.
Well, he means that's what he means, the principle of adhering to precedents. But that still makes no sense. I mean,
but that still makes it a valid argument because they can say that this Roe versus Wade, because it's on bad law, does not follow precedent, so we're overturning it.
that is what they're saying.
Exactly.
They're saying it was a bad precedent.
Right. That's what I was saying. They don't like the precedent that Roe versus Wade is setting, so they're overturning it.
Right. Jank is complaining because sometimes in different cases, the argument is made that, because we have a precedent, therefore we need to do this a certain way based on that precedent. That's like a common legal principle.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
One of the things we do is try to make laws on good law.
Yeah.
So, bare minimum, they are still following precedent by overturning Wade for that reason. Also, you can make some very moral arguments about abortion and what this country stands for, okay? And following precedent with that. Because abortion might not follow in line, in my opinion it does not, with the values this country stands for. So, that's another argument that Roe versus Wade is bad precedent.
Yeah, it's like a Commonwealth morality precedent.
Yes.
Argument.
Right. So there's a couple precedent arguments you can make for them still caring about following precedent and overturning this law or this ruling.
Of course, yes.
Right.
Right.
So it's just a bad argument to say they don't care about precedent because they overturn Roe versus Wade.
Like Stitch said, it's a dumb fuck argument that only makes sense if you strip out all the nuance.
I think you made it a little too small.
This is a little.
Just tiny bit.
This is far more comfortable for me. Okay.
Right. Because the counter argument from someone on the right would be like, well, if a Supreme Court case was made originally in error and it was based off of bullshit precedent or no precedent, then we should overturn it.
Right.
But just because something has been based on wrong precedent for 20 or 30 years doesn't magically make it precedent that we should follow. So this is just such a terrible argument that he's
There was a
laying out
lot of fucking precedent that had to be overturned when they freed the slaves because a lot of property right precedent was kind of fucked up.
Well, to be fair, he's not saying he cares about precedent. He's saying the right wing cares about precedent. So they're violating their precedent consistency.
Okay, so so basically what you're saying is Jank doesn't care about precedent at all. He's like, precedent, fuck that.
Yeah, he's just saying the right wing are hypocrites for overturning precedent. But
That's not what
I don't
he's
think
saying.
he understands the precedent.
He's not saying fuck precedent.
Well, no, he's saying but he does personally not believe in precedent.
When it's not convenient to him, but
Yes.
magically convenient.
But I do think he also generally claims to not be on the side of upholding precedent.
Okay. Okay, but still, he was only saying that these people, the justices say they care about precedent.
Yeah. He's
but-
trying to hypocrisy burn them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He wasn't. In those specific words, he wasn't making his own personal.
But in
stance
his
on
own
precedent.
stance, he is like, precedent, fuck precedent.
Okay. I certainly wouldn't put that past him.
Yeah.
At all. But now he wants. I just find it funny that now
It's
he
funny
wants
that
to
he's
care.
trying to hypocrisy burn them.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
About precedent, some shit you don't even give a fuck about.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right, bro.
And perhaps since you don't give a fuck about it, maybe you might think perhaps you don't fully understand.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Precedent argument is that it has to be precedent based upon like the Constitution or whatever the core
Right,
document that is being referenced is.
Yes, yeah.
Right. If it's not, if it's based on bullshit precedent, which they would argue Roe v. Wade is, and I don't know enough about it to make that claim, then yeah, that doesn't violate any sort of consistent internal standard.
Isn't it funny that they made, well, no, I guess it's not funny, but they made slavery, well, I guess slavery is in the Constitution, though. They did like the
Yes.
3/5 compromise and stuff like that. So they had to
Right.
amend the Constitution. Okay.
Well, slavery wasn't like in the Constitution. It doesn't. I don't think it says like you can own slaves. It doesn't. It doesn't say anything about it.
Okay.
And that's why they had to amend the Constitution. So what I was talking about with Mr. Ubercross, they had to amend the Constitution to give the government the federal government the power to outlaw the practice.
Right.
So,
All right.
The legal principles. They all swore up and down that the number one legal principle they cared most about was precedent. And they just overturned one of the largest precedents in American history. They don't care. They're just religious fundamentalists. And so they think this is a perfect opportunity to take my religious views and establish a state religion through the Supreme Court and enforce it on you. And I don't.
Wait, hold on. Well, I missed the part about the state religion. Where's the part in the Alito thing about a state religion?
it's not there.
I thought this was about abortion.
Well, what we're saying doesn't even make any sense because this decision, even if it like comes to pass from Alito's first draft, which again, might not be the case, but if it did, it wouldn't outlaw abortion in the
kick
country.
it down to the states.
It kicks
yeah.
it down to the states
Yeah.
to do whatever they want.
Like I said, California
Right.
is not. Like
Yeah,
abortion
they're-
is still going to be available in California.
Right, red states are going to start outlawing it, which I'm not in favor of, but it's not. He's acting like he's equating to this to basically the Supreme Court saying Christianity is now the state, the religion of the country. Fuck you, which that's not what's happening here.
And even if you have a religious faith that compels you to believe life begins at conception, just because that's what you believe doesn't mean that we don't have to decide when life begins. I mean, it doesn't take that off the table. I mean, it's not really a religious question in my eyes. It is in some people's
Right.
eyes, so
Right.
we still have to make that decision, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
They don't care, and they don't care how hypocritical they are. If you said this,
So Stitcher's the smart one.
They're both smart and they're both dumb. Adam's like 10 years older.
Okay, well. Yeah, I would feel very comfortable debating either one of these
Yep.
two.
I know, right?
Oh my god.
And they would even agree to do it.
Okay. That's fine. This is fine. This is good.
Uh-huh.
I approve. No, I'm not intimidated intellectually by either one of these two.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you.
That wouldn't even trigger them.
Yeah, well, I mean, I used to think that everyone on TV was smart, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
So funny. You were like, you can't be on TV. You haven't proven that you're smart.
Yeah. Yeah. I laugh in the face of that now, because, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a joke.
It's a fucking joke. That is some deep, I guarantee you, that's just some growing up poor shit, man.
Basically, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway.
Sam Alito, okay, then give me your kidney. I can save a life with it. Give me your kidney.
What?
You'll say, no, that's me. I care about me. But women, I don't care about women at all.
What?
What the
That's
What
not
is he
what's happening.
talking about?
And even if you believe, you have to decide when life begins. I mean, it doesn't take that off the table. I mean, it's not really a religious question in my eyes. It is in some people's
Right.
eyes. So
Right.
we still have to make that decision, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
They don't care, and they don't care how hypocritical they are. If you said to Sam Alito, okay, then give me your kidney. I can save a life with it. Give me your kidney.
What?
You'll say, no, that's me. I care about me. But women, I don't care about women at all.
What the fuck?
This is
Sam, okay, so
what?
Justice Alito
What?
now is a kidney thief?
Well, I'm really trying to understand the logic here.
Okay.
I have to turn the chat for help because I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. He's saying,
He's saying he's selfish, basically.
okay, wait, let me go back. Let's go back a second.
Alito, okay, establish a state religion through the Supreme Court and enforce it on you. And I don't care, and they don't care how hypocritical they are.
He's saying life begins at conception is being forced on everyone.
Right, yeah.
Which is not
I understand
true.
that part. Yeah,
Not true.
not
But-
true.
If you said to Sam Alito, okay, then give me your kidney. I can save a life with it. Give me your kidney. You'll say, no, that's me. I care about me.
That's mean?
It's me.
Oh, I thought he said that's mean. I care about me. But anyway.
I think what he's trying to say is that he's strawmanning the right argument, the right wing argument, saying if they think that you should take away a woman's right to choose to protect the life of a baby, why don't they take away your right to choose to not have, to donate an organ to someone who needs it? I think that's what he's trying to say.
Very unclear.
Which, to me, if of a baby, he's strawmanning the right argument, the right wing argument, saying if they think that you should take away a woman's right to choose to protect the life of a baby, why don't they take away your right to choose to not have, to donate an organ to someone who needs it? I think that's what he's trying to say.
Very unclear.
God.
Which, to me, is a really stupid argument. Philosophy Tube made this exact argument.
Really?
There was a video that we were gonna maybe cover months ago that Philosophy Tube made a long video about abortion that's basically this exact argument.
We'll lay
for
out the
40
argument
minutes.
so it's comprehensible.
Yeah,
So I
please.
can at least understand the
It
argument.
was,
Because
is it justified?
No, look, I understand what he said, but oh my god, I can't find the logic between those two things. I can very loosely, but
The connecting logical tissue is very loose there, but it definitely exists.
yeah,
It's what you call unfair.
and ridiculous. Paper clips, like that one guy was saying. That shit is held together like with paper clips.
Duct tape and paper.
Yes. It's not a very solid foundation.
Not even duct tape, just paper clips.
Yeah, just paper clips. Yeah.
Able to kidnap someone to
Oh, I get it.
to force them to give you their blood via blood transfusion to save their life,
Right.
even if you don't want to do it.
Right.
That was essentially
Because the mother is perceived of as the hostage
the hostage.
keeping the baby alive.
Right. And my response to that is that's a really dumb comparison, because it's not like a mother is walking down the street and then the finger of God descends from the sky and puts
Yeah.
a baby inside of her. Okay, like she has, well, assuming she wasn't raped, of course.
First
And maybe
she's
you
gotta
can get
take-
into the right. This is where you can get into the rape exceptions. But there are human beings making decisions that can lead to outcomes such as pregnancy. So they're assuming rape is not the case, then they have some responsibility in those outcomes,
Right.
right?
People should be
So-
responsible for the decisions they make. If you're abducted, you're not making decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what Cenk is equating it to. He's saying, well, how come you want to protect the life of a baby and a mother, but you won't sacrifice a kidney to protect someone who needs a kidney transplant? And then the response would be, well, Samuel Alito would say, well, I didn't have anything to do with that person needing a kidney. So why is that my responsibility?
Right.
So,
But the mother has something to do with the baby being
presumably, yes.
needing her
Right.
assistance in
Right.
coming to term.
Right.
But women, I don't care about women at all. We could just use them as chattel.
Women are chattel. This is so. I can't. The world has gone insane, Sitch. I can't
There you
imagine.
go.
This is just. It's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre to me. I don't.
You don't want women to line up everywhere to have to be chattel for men to just women suddenly Samuel Alito in this one Supreme Court opinion, he just took all women's rights away. Now women have to wear cow costumes and walk around on all fours, and they have to be bred and milked for the pleasure of all of these evil men in America.
Well, we had this conversation before about whether or
About
not.
that?
No, about whether or not Jank is obviously not. No, not about that. I mean, if we did, that would be fun. But
Well, as I said, Alito also said that all milk has to be human breast milk from now on. So I guess that all makes sense.
I thought
We'll see
you
where
made
he's
that
going.
up.
This is all like a weird fetish for Alito, I bet.
I just think we had a conversation about whether or not Jank is for real, or whether or not he knows this is all just straw man
I
bullshit.
see. I think he's for real.
I'm not certain. I'm definitely not certain about that.
He seems so hyper crazed emotional. I don't think it's an act.
Yeah, because this is his job.
Maybe.
This is his
Like-
job. He's like, I want this video to do good, and I have to be really angry for this video to do good.
Maybe. I mean, part of the problem is, maybe he's just a good actor. Like when I watch Alex Jones, I feel like he's acting because maybe Alex Jones is Alex Jones instead himself. He's a little autistic, and I feel like he's not emoting properly.
Right?
So I feel like he's playing it up. But with Cenk, I don't know. It seems real to me. It seems like he's really just delusional or
Wow. Sitch. Wow. Cenk seems real to you. Doesn't seem like he's acting. He's almost certainly acting.
I know. Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
This is obviously the only avenue he has to get anywhere close to getting more viewers again.
Yep.
He can't be level-headed and reasonable. He's already broken the trust with all of that audience. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So now he has to go to this.
Yeah.
crazy. And I don't know, you could be right. It could be cynical. He could believe, he could be in favor of all these principles, but he's sort of twisting things around to be as hyperbolic as possible intentionally.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard for me to discern.
They'll just be incubators for us. And that's what they believe. They have no morality.
No one's forcing them to get pregnant. Oh my God. Okay, except for women who are raped, who are rare, but tragic. That shit is horrible, and it happens. But it's not the majority of women who get pregnant. Not even close. Okay? Not even close. Women are getting pregnant, for the most part, of their own volition.
Almost exclusively.
Almost exclusively.
in this country.
Yes, in this country. In the United States of America. Chicks are choosing to get pregnant almost exclusively. Okay? What I mean by that is they are having sex of their own will, of their own consent. Okay? While they are ovulating, which is only 6 days out of the month. Do oral. Do oral. Okay? Whatever. Just abstain. Abstain or something. Or no. Just really just 69 for the 6 days. Or anal or whatever. Okay? You're not bleeding. I understand. And it's one of the horniest times of the month. Then get creative. Okay? Take that energy and channel it into some really freaky shit that doesn't make you end up pregnant. How is that hard? Is it really that hard? I don't think so. But that's just me. Okay?
Does Cenk actually think that Republicans want women to be livestock chattel incubators? I don't know. That's a good question.
Didn't we have this talk with Kurt about Cenk? Kurt Metzger?
Well, that's right. Kurt said he
believe
thought
we
Cenk
did.
was a liar, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think Kurt could.
I promise your man will be okay with that too.
Okay with what?
Being like, no, babe, you can't come in my vagina for these 6 days, but we could do some really other freaky shit for the 6 days.
Yeah.
I promise your dude will be okay with that.
Yeah. If he isn't.
Find a different dude.
Yep.
I promise.
Yep.
It'll be easy.
For sure.
Because if he's not okay with that, he's a tyrannical POS and you need a different dude. Or have a baby with him if you want.
Look.
Take the chance if you
Any
want.
dude that claims to think that you're hot, okay, but he's not willing to fuck you in the ass 6 days out of the month. Nope. Next.
Yeah. On to the next buyer.
It's that this is all bullshit. Like, Cenk really, he's just interested in keeping his company together. Cenk's company is based on all this clickbait bullshit nonsense.
Right.
And Cenk's company's like, they had a bunch of employees. It's such a terrible. Well, I mean, he's lying basically. So fuck him. This is like karma as far as I'm concerned. But his nephew Hassan was at one time an employee of his. Like, he was the sales guy at TYT before he ever went on camera, and now he makes, like, he has 10 times the audience of TYT. That's gotta hurt.
Yes.
Can you imagine how painful that must be for Cenk?
Well, you could be right, because, like, if you look at the views, this video has 141,000 views.
Oh yeah.
And it kind of blows away anything they've done for
he is so stoked about this. He's like,
right,
thank
so,
God
you could be. I wish
our company will survive.
I wish we could see dislikes again, because I'm curious as to how many of the 141,000 views are like hate views.
This whole situation, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The narrative that Republicans were evil, racist in a death cult was wearing off. People were starting to see through that fake news. But this comes along, and all of a sudden, Cenk's like, I told you so. Look, they want you. This is basically the party of the Handmaid's Tale. This is the perfect thing for them. It really is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone has the dislike viewer thing. Go open up this video and let us know how many dislikes this video has, because I'm curious.
Oh, do you think it's a lot of hate watchers?
Well, that's why I'm curious. Is the views, a lot of it hate watches, or is it?
This is TYT is gonna be pumping this story up until the election. This is a new.
Oh, of course.
They just switched. Remember we were talking on the Sunday show about the narrative and how fast the narrative switches?
I told you, the narrative can switch on a
I
fucking
know.
dime.
We got in a huge argument about it
Yes.
for like 45 minutes.
And
we put
now
up a
you
poll.
believe, now you understand?
The-
now you believe.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Listen, I mean, I think I was on the right side of that argument. You were the one arguing that the narrative is set in stone, right? I was the one saying.
What are you talking? What is this?
I was the
Wait
one-
a minute.
I
What
was
is
the
this
one saying the narrative.
revisionist history, motherfucker. I was the one that said the narrative could switch on a fucking dime.
That's what I was.
Top-down solution.
That's
okay?
what I was arguing.
No, look at this. Look.
Oh wait, so maybe it was just a miscommunication then. Maybe we both agreed. Maybe we both agreed that the narrative. Anyway, let's not go. Enough about the Sunday show.
Yes, we won't dive into it. I'll just say, yeah, sure, it was a
This
misunderstanding.
is
Totally-
the perfect example of how we were both right on Sunday, because the narrative has immediately switched.
This is an example of how we were both right on Sunday.
They bill their show as a comedy show, you see.
The new narrative has dropped. Seriously, they were thinking all the time. The narrative used to be right-wing white supremacist Nazi racists run the Republican Party. The new narrative is Christian conservative,
right,
wanting to shove their religion down your throat Republicans run the Republican Party.
which, to be fair, is the old narrative. So we've gone back to classic narrative. Okay?
Exactly. So we reverted back overnight. It's no more about racism. Racism? That was so yesterday. That was April. That's so April. No, this is the new narrative.
No, they're
And,
still on
and
that
here we
too.
are. And this is the narrative that's going to be all over the Young Turks channel. I mean, until the narrative changes again. Right?
Well, you're right, and but they're also going to tie this into race. They're going to say, "Oh, this has a disproportionate impact of women of color. It's more difficult for them to get abortions." Even though I don't know if that's actually true.
But the Republicans are already
It's the
saying
opposite.
the race argument doesn't work with them though, because the Republicans are saying
if black women are getting more abortions than white women, how are you also going to say that it's harder for black women to get abortions?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The race argument, the liberal race argument on abortion is that black women need abortion more, quote, because they're poorer.
I would think that they need to stop getting pregnant more because they're poorer. Right?
Well, yeah, that's the objective true thing, but that's not obviously. A liberal Democrat is not going to say something that's objectively true.
Restaurant's open.
Hi, but I'm enjoying listening to this, and I still have to hit my shots.
See what I have to deal with. I'm supposed to be getting lunch right now so that we can go to work.
And we're gonna do that in like 5 or 10 minutes, okay?
It's 5 or 10. Oh my! You see what? You see this? Someone see this?
Oh.
Oh my God! What I have to deal with?
Yes.
It's so horrible.
Do you see this son? Do you see this daughter?
I can't wait. It's gonna be so great. Look at your parents, all young, pre you.
Yep.
Pre you.
All beautiful and full of life. Not compared to how we used to be, but
No.
yeah.
If only you could have saw us then.
If only
We were hella cute. I swear.
The cutest.
The cutest. I promise. That's where you got it from. You see.
You see.
You just don't see it all right now.
Yeah. We're already old and ugly.
Already.
Yeah.
Already. But that's okay. We love you.
So much.
Alright. Hit your vape.
Yeah, because you cheaply love me. Lefty.
Bro, we really about to pay $200 to $300 worth of internet.
I don't give a
I
shiatsu.
know you don't.
Try to make me care.
I know he doesn't. This nigga gonna want us to stream night and day. This nigga would have us stream through our sleep if he could.
That's banned. You can't say that word.
What?
You just said that.
Oh,
N-word
yeah.
twice.
Fuck. I thought you were talking about sleep. I didn't even realize. I was like, what?
No, I like my sleep.
Sleep is the sleep word is banned.
LOL.
The sleep word.
Oh, S word? No, not the S word.
The S word. Oh no.
Saying that
Very pro sleep.
they've kind of got a eugenics program going with
Yes,
the abortion
right.
stuff, which
Yeah.
makes them look like the racists.
Well, the Republicans will
pass.
say that, but it's not going to persuade people who are pro-choice at all.
Right.
Because the Democrats and the left will still make the argument that this disproportionately affects, poor black communities that, would have to drive out of state to get abortions, blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah. And then the right would say, well, no,
You're right. You're right.
You're creating a massive eugenics program like the person who founded, I know all these arguments, the person that founded, abortions and Planned Parenthood,
so that, but they're
hated black people, blah, blah, blah.
So they're
That's just
still
not
going to
be
keep.
persuasive.
So the race argument is still going to be implied.
Yeah, it'll still be part of it, but it will be not as important.
Not as
just the
effective
whole-
as the religious argument.
The religious rights
Right.
striketh again. Yes.
Right.
So thank you, chat. People looked up. They said that it's got about 9.2 thousand likes and 7,000 dislikes.
Okay. So it's
So yeah, you got a 45% dislike
wow.
ratio. So thank you. That's pretty bad.
That
listen.
is
Jank
pretty
doesn't
fucking
care
bad.
either way. You're watching his ads. He loves it.
Right.
Just come over here, dislike my video.
Yep.
They're not going to do the right thing. Look, this is another thing where, like, Democrats did unilateral surrender, disarmament. So,
Right.
Republicans
Follow along, Sitch. Democrats did unilateral disarmament. What's so hard to understand?
Is he saying that like the Democrats should have violated the law to prevent the Supreme Court justices from going on the court, or is he saying that the Democrats should have packed the court when Biden was president? Because that's the only thing they could have done. To
Well, I
prevent
guess he's going to tell us right now. We'll
I don't
see.
think he does.
said, and this goes to the point Rick was making earlier as well. Republicans said,
Who the fuck is Rick? I don't watch your fucking channel.
You don't know who Rick is?
No.
You know
What the
Rick.
fuck?
He's a good guy. He does the lights. He's
When was earlier? I just started this video. What the fuck are you talking about? There was no. I don't remember a Rick at the beginning, Sitch.
Are you saying that TYT should have Family Guy cutaways whenever they mention something?
Who is Rick?
Rick is Rick. What do you mean?
you guys are immoral. Throughout my entire life, they said Democrats are immoral. That's a heavy charge. That we're bad people, we're evil people.
Well, you're baby killers, for heaven's sakes. What the fuck?
Well,
What the fuck?
this is what's so funny. It's like that's true. There was this, the right saying the left is immoral, and the left is saying the right is immoral. Like that's just what everyone does. They call
Right.
their side evil devils that are wicked and immoral.
You're
That's-
literally pedo apologists. I mean, what the fuck? What do you expect? You can't be. You
I don't-
can't
listen,
be
I-
a baby killing pedo apologist.
Okay. I see. You're hyperbolizing the right wing straw man on the left.
Am I?
Well, I'm assuming you don't agree with calling people on the left baby killing pedo apologists.
I'm down with the baby killer term now. I feel
right.
I mean,
I see.
I listened to Ben Shapiro and he only said it like 185 times. So I figured the baby killer thing is here to stay. It's baby killer. You thought groomer was bad. Oh my god. Like the
There you
baby
go.
killer.
We got groomer, we got baby killer.
Right.
You're right. I think they should just embrace it.
Yeah.
I think we need to kill more people, honestly. I think we don't kill enough people. We have too many people.
Get ready for the OK groomer meme.
Listen, I'm gonna come out here. Okay, I'm not pro-choice anymore. I'm
Really?
pro-abortion. Okay, I think we need more abortion. I think abortion should extend to a month after pregnancy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You mean a month after birth?
Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? No. How about 18 years? Okay, 18 years after birth, you can still abort the baby. How about that?
Listen.
I mean, listen, you got these mouthy teenagers running around thinking that they're hot shit. But would they feel that way if they knew that they could aborted at any second? No.
Yeah.
They have respect for their parents. We need to instill respect and fear in children for their parents again. And what better way than the threat of abortion?
Yeah, parenthood should be opt-in. They should have to sign a document once a year that they want to continue the relationship.
Yes, I like that every year.
See, it's gonna be really fun debating these guys, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
And yet you're pro-choice.
It won't be a hard debate.
No, it won't be, but a very fun and amusing one.
Do they know that all of your genetic code is set as soon as
I don't know if they know or not.
they should?
Well, it's gonna be interesting fucking finding out now, isn't it? They're the type of people who like.
Do y'all even watch Louder with Crowder?
No, they're
They don't.
not like. No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't.
I've watched him enough to know that.
I watched him for years, but like, you know, I just don't have time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Well,
and they're busy making their own 12-hour streams, Deidre. And like working 9-to-5 jobs because they're not like pro streamers yet.
On the kid's birthday, it's like, let me look at the document. I don't know, Jimmy, you were kind of an asshole this year. You kept shutting the door in my face and saying, God, just were on your phone all the time at the dinner table.
are we
I
going
don't
in?
know, man.
We might have to visit the abortion.
You gotta kill the stream.
No.